England and the Netherlands toe the hockey for a place in the last 8. Referee in charge of this one is Josh Clough. This is the best of 7 sets.
It would be a last 8's place against Wayne Warren, and before these players came up on stage we had a chance to speak to both.
In the beginning I'm playing very well, the 170 goes out, the triples went for good, but then in the moment, yeah, till the 65 I think, oh no, he playing, Dave Paletti playing better and better. And then I say to myself, oh, please go, play normal, play, stay calm, stay calm.
Going on stage, I didn't really feel comfortable today. I don't know why. I prepped well, everything. Went 2-0 down, got off stage. I was thinking, what's going on? This ain't me. This wasn't me in the first round. Just do something, Ben. And I just thought, I came here, I've got a lot of friends out there, just go out there and try and do something and try and make them proud and do something. So just go and throw your darts. And it turned around for me. Bit of luck.
Was totally miscount, yeah. I thought I was 25. I hit the 20. And I thought, yeah, 25.
So the action is underway. Ben Hazel is the outsider in this one with the bookies. They've got him at 11-8. He's the first one to get away with a 93, and now Chris Landman, who, as you saw, beat Dave Paletti in the last round, quoted as the 7-4 on favourite. Whoever wins this one, on the basis of what we saw in that match earlier on this afternoon, Wayne Warren against Andy Hamilton. Wayne Warren, a very impressive winner. They're going to have a real task on their hands.
Yeah, well said, John, because Wayne Warren has now got to be considered a huge threat for this title after the way he played.
Certainly playing with a smile on his face, and he was absolutely loving it, celebrating with his family afterwards. 58. And now he's got a day off, chance to, well, just chill out, as he puts it, for a few hours. Watch some of the 59. Other play. No doubt, as he said, he will be having one eye on this match. But he will certainly be thinking a job well done. But this is good from Hazel.
138.
Came back well against Gary Robson in the last round. Gary had surged into a 2-set lead, but Ben Hazel came back.
Ben, you require 72.
16s will be the target for Ben Hazel. Safe single. Another for tops.
52.
And Landman is fast.
123.
So this for a break of throw. 123 looking down the board. Treble 18 would have left the bullseye.
55.
Not to
Ben,
be.
you require 20.
And the Ben Hazel contingent have stuck
Game
around.
shot on the first leg.
They've stuck around to see him in the first leg of the match.
Second leg is Chris to throw first.
Looks a bit more
game
like
on.
the Ben Hazel of the Joe Cheney game, where he impressed me, but
85.
like I said with Matt Smith just now there, John, against Gary Robson, he's impressive in parts, but mostly just eked out the win.
Comes from Woolmer Green
25.
in Hertfordshire, Ben. 29 years old.
Sounds like a nice place. I've never been to Woolmer Green.
84.
Have you ever been there?
No. Nope, I would be being not desperately close to the truth if I were to say that.
I do like the county of Hertfordshire. I've got quite a few friends who live there, but those darts were very friendly.
Started well, hasn't he?
85.
He's moving nicely already with the holder throw, and now looking for the break.
That is a great second dart.
100.
Because the way his darts land, he's going to cover at least half the treble bed. And he looks way more relaxed
59.
this afternoon than he did last night.
So 196, Landman not on a finish, so 6 darts from here. Another treble 20 would serve him well.
140.
How about that? Lovely.
Yeah, magnificent. Pressure is firmly on Landman right now.
140.
Oh, and he responds.
Ben, you require
So
56
for the break of throw, with Landman poised behind him. Tops. Well, that should be a decent marker.
36. Chris,
Just
you require
underpitched it.
48.
And Landman needs a
Game
double
shot on the
16.
second leg. Chris Landman.
He is fast, isn't he?
Third leg's bent to throw
Very much
first.
so.
Game on.
Typically no-nonsense Dutch player. Not quite Vincent van der Voort pace, but he's no slouch.
93.
He doesn't do a great deal of thinking up on the hockey Chris Landman, because he just
100.
goes up and does it. Very natural, but you can tell that a lot whirs through his brain when he's in game because of that interview we had at the start of the match.
I was going to say, I mean, he might just be a
60.
quick thinker. Has to be, doesn't he?
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, my thinking is a lot slower than many. I go at a very deliberate pace, but Landman, he lives in fast forward compared to me.
58.
He's steadying up though, is Landman now. Couple of tons to start this leg.
46.
He's just spoilt the pattern. Not a fan of the walk-on son of Chris Landman, I have to say. It's a bit too popular for me.
100.
Ting Tang Walla Walla Bing Bang. Walla Walla's a place in Australia. I wonder if that's got anything to do with it.
Shudder
60.
to think. Moving on, back to the darts. 190 required for Hazel. Just with his nose ahead. That's a great first dart.
98.
That's a decent leave.
Yeah, I like the switch to the 18s there, but the 60 bed was blocked. And by getting the single 18, he's leaving something
65.
similar anyway. So he might use the bull here.
Then you require 92.
He's feeling particularly aggressive. He'll go for the 60, and that was a great shot for double 16.
Game shot on
Wonderful
the
check
third
out from
leg.
Hazel.
Ben Hazel.
Well played, 14 dart leg.
Fourth leg is Chris to throw first.
Hazel
Game on.
back in front, putting the pressure on Landman in this opening set. First of 4 sets to take a place in the quarterfinals.
140.
You can see the glide of the dart as it goes through the air from Ben. It's a great throw,
134.
really compact. I maintain that he looks way more comfortable than last
100.
night. Maybe he just prefers playing in the afternoon.
Perhaps he's against a player who he doesn't really know as well as the one who was playing last night, because Gary Robson's been around
58.
forever, and although he can blow hot and cold, to put it mildly, when he's on his game, he commands a lot of respect. And you know, I mean, Ben, 29 years old, he'll have grown up watching a lot of darts on telly, and he'll have seen a lot of Gary Robson, so maybe there's a little bit of a psychological thing.
I think that's a very fair point.
101. Chris, you require 161.
So 6 darts from 161 to get to 2-2. You heard him mention the 170 checkout in the first round. Well, he'd love to get another one at some point in this game if it was a key shot, but 64 is just as important when it comes to this first set.
134.
Well, that's not bad from Hazel,
Chris,
but
you
now
require 64.
it is in Landman's hands. 64 needed, wanting another one, and now double 16.
Game
That's
shot on the
beautifully
fourth
done.
leg.
1,
Chris
2,
Landman,
3.
fifth leg is bent
Smooth
to throw
as you
first.
like.
Game on.
Not a huge amount of thinking required there, just a matter of muscle, memory and confidence, letting it go, and that's what he did.
93.
The epitome of hand-eye coordination in a flash.
60.
It's a half-decent start to this leg from Hazel. I wonder who it's more important for to win this first set. Well, it's looking more likely to be Hazel right now.
135.
Not shy on those trebles.
Landman, we know though, is a battler. There's no quitting this lad.
95.
Yeah, that win against Pauletti for Landman was his first World Championship win. Oh, Hazel turning up the heat.
180.
Happy days. Good response, but now
Then you require
Hazel
93.
for the opening set with 93.
doesn't get a shot at double 16.
45.
It has the tiniest bit of breathing room, but only if Landman doesn't get... Well, he's not going to get anything, really. That's
83.
not good enough.
Ben, you require 48.
Not on a finish, so 48 tops for the opening
Game
set.
shot on the first
Beautifully
set.
converted.
Ben Hazel.
The opportunity tucked away. And Ben Hazel's away with that
Second
first set, race
first
to
leg is
4.
Chris to throw
Yeah,
first.
very tight
Game
indeed.
on.
His last 2 winning legs were both 14 darters, and a 14 darter is somewhere in the region of a
125.
107, 108 average. So lots of quality in that first set, which goes to Ben.
$44. $180.
Third 180 of the match.
$81.
That's the first dart that Landman craves every time.
140.
The way he lands those darts is semi-flat, so he's trying with that somewhat graceful, fast throw. He's trying to arc them over the top of the guide dart. He's not trying to get them underneath. He's trying to get them over the top.
He can get an 11 darter if he gets this.
36.
First sign of fallibility in this particular leg. But Hazel a long way back, and he can't do anything about it other than hope
40.
that Landman misses, and even then,
Chris, you require 20.
still a huge gulf between them. Double 10. Fives.
He's not going to go for it. He's going to go 2 double 4.
12.
Oh my goodness, he missed the 2. He missed the 2. Sorry about the dummy with the camera, but you'd have expected that one to go in, and he missed the big 2.
Yeah, he missed it by a very long way as well.
57.
I can only say
Chris, you
that
require 8.
someone who throws world-class darts, he must have slipped out of his hand.
Game shot on the first
Doesn't matter
leg.
because he had enough
Chris
room anyway
Landman.
to come
Second
back to the
leg
board
is
and
Ben
tidy
to
up the
throw
leg.
first. Game on.
So 1-0 in the second set.
100.
I saw a game once between Chris Landman and Richard Veenstra, and at the end of it I was
85.
dizzy.
Richard Veenstra looked good last night, played very well, solid match.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with the performance, believe it or not. I spoke to him afterwards. He saw holes in it.
140.
Not won this title yet, Richard Veenstra, and there are a few people who think that he's kind of overdue, and he's certainly a
100.
contender.
Yeah, if he keeps playing the way he did in the first couple of sets yesterday, then there's not many players in the draw who can upset him.
100.
Arguably Wayne Warren. We haven't seen the best of Jim Williams yet.
Veenstra going to be playing David Evans
59.
in the
Ben, you require
next
161.
looking for a place in the quarterfinals.
Hazel's on the 161. He's on the ball. He's going to go for it. Don't blame him, actually,
118.
with his lead. Why not give yourself a chance at a biggie? And he'll tidy it up next time. He's going to have to now.
125. Ben, you require 43.
43 for the hold of throw, tops.
Game shot on the
good.
second leg. Ben
I like
Hazel.
that one. 14 dart
Third
leg.
leg is
Another
Chris to
one.
throw first. Game on.
He's starting to make this a habit. I talked on a few
60.
occasions this week already about how people getting a game under their belt will then feel more comfortable going back on stage. Well, Ben's got 2.
100.
There's 2 bad darts, but he rescues it with a really good third. I think if I was a betting man right now,
134.
I'd be shuffling towards Ben Hazel. I think he's showing some really tidy quality stuff today.
Don't be a betting man. The world is littered with false optimism, take it from me.
96.
That's why I'm not.
Oh, good darts.
140.
How close did he get those points together?
Quality 3 that was.
Skill from Landman.
And on 167, to make it 2-1. He's a set down.
99. Christian
Keeping
require
his
167.
That's missed, so can't do it on this particular visit.
81.
It's a handy last dart though, needed that.
He's definitely going to go for the 54 with the first dart next time, Chris Landman. But what pressure is he going to be under?
85.
That's enough.
Christian require 86.
Well, here he goes. Looking at the 18s and getting the treble for double 7.
79. Ben, you require 121.
Only one treble required for a shot for the leg. He's got the treble. The bull. Both
81.
times he's gone for it, he's missed it by quite some way. And you can see
7.
the smile from him. Double 2 for Landman. Ones.
No score.
And Hazel returns for tops.
Ben, you require 40.
And this for a break of throw. Big moment in the match. Double 10. Double 5.
35.
The most convincing visit to the board.
Christian require 7.
That was a golden opportunity for Hazel to take the lead in this set. That's a good guide. Oh, I flicked the flight too much.
Ben, you require 5.
This is tricky. Now it's even trickier. Hence the shuffle to the right.
3.
And he flicked his own flight this time.
Christian require 2.
Such quality in the leg up until this
score.
point, and Landman goes inside. That's the cardinal sin on double 1.
Here he comes then. Is this the moment for the break?
Game
It
shot on the
is.
third leg.
Ben Hazel taking the
Fourth
leg.
leg. It's Ben to throw
And now
first.
just needs a
Game
hold of
on.
throw to make it 2-0, and he'd be halfway there.
So little hesitation on the approach to the jockey for that double 1. It's almost like he knew
100.
that first dart was going to be planted into the green bit. Chris Landman
60.
has got a lot to think about right now. We've already mentioned that he doesn't think a great deal when he's playing because he's so quick. But Ben Hazel seems to be timing
100.
his darts to perfection. And when he gets chances, he's taking them.
100.
Advantage Hazel. Half a dart in front before these.
60.
100 ahead. But that lead is gone.
125.
Landman does very well.
Needs a treble here. And he finds
92.
it. Great cover shot. That was a very handy dart.
Oh, when he needs it, Landman finds 2
140.
trebles.
Ben, you require 149.
So the pressure is on. He might have to take this or go very close indeed, because Landman will be fancying 76. And that is what pressure does. Good last start though.
Chris, you require
Well, that one
76.
gets my approval. That switch to the 18s. But this is huge for double 8. Can't miss this one, and
Game
doesn't.
shot on the fourth leg. Chris
2-2,
Landman.
second set. Now, can Hazel put himself in that position again, which he has felt in this tournament already,
Fifth
of being
leg is Chris
2-0
to throw
up, like he
first.
was against
Game
Joe
on.
Cheney, or will Landman make it 1 each?
Well, we alluded to his battling qualities, Chris Landman, earlier in the match, and showing
60.
them there. But as so often you see, you get the key breakthrough, and then the first visit, there's a little bit of a reaction, kind of as though adrenaline has just affected the accuracy.
93.
Well, there are going to be adrenaline spikes at different points in a match, but in set format,
60.
there are more, because you've got more opportunities for last leg shootouts in long set format matches. Hazel craves the 140.
100.
Bit shovey on that last one, bit more shoulder involved.
What you do?
100.
Oh, what a time. That 180, perfectly timed from Landman. Hazel can't leave a finish now.
92.
Landman has got 6 darts from 201 to draw level in sets.
91.
But if Hazel can get a max, even a 140 might be enough pressure on the 110.
100.
Bare minimum
Chris, you require
from Ben
110.
Hazel. 90 left. Oh, I'm really interested as to why he went for the 60 for double 15. But he did that in his previous match as well.
Ben, you require
on that same
116.
shot. Hazel, one treble needed. Somehow has to find the 60 for double 18. Can't.
So Landman then.
60.
This for the set to square 52. It up. 52. Good dart. His composure's been so good. Double 8. Big darts, and he's
36.
missed it.
The fine margins of set format, we are seeing it right here. And it's, oh, it's not tops yet. He's going to go the double 16 route. He has got the single this time, but it's only one dart for the set.
40.
So double 8. Landman, this is for the set to make it 1-all. And he takes it. So the match is absolutely a derogatory term applied by the younger generation.
That wouldn't be you, John. You're too young.
I was born in the 80s. Only started living in the 80s anyway.
60.
Me too. I'm a 70s kid. I was born in 79. A year after this championship started, when Leighton Rees won it. Can another Welshman add his name to the list? Wayne Warren's through to the quarters. Who's going to join him? Who's going to play him?
Yep, Wayne Warren lying in wait
77.
for the winner of this match in the quarterfinals, and looking in great form earlier on today, accounting for Andy Hamilton, who averaged mid-90s, didn't do a lot wrong, but Wayne Warren's finishing was just
99.
tremendous, and saw him over the line with a little bit to spare. And these two will be only too well aware, I'm sure, of just how well the man from the Ronda is playing.
Yeah, great pedigree
100.
of players from that area of the world. Two former champions, of course.
Was Leighton Rees a Ronda man?
I think he was.
85.
And so was Richie Burnett. Well, so Richie Burnett still is. Still lives in that area of the world. Absolutely beautiful down there.
60.
And tonight's session, you've got Wesley Harms, the #1 seed, against Scott Waits. What's not to like there? Mikhail Hunter-Buchner against Scott Mitchell makes it even better. And then you've got Veenstra against Dave Evans as well. I mean, that is a great session.
Great visit there from Landman, 177, good as a maximum, and it's given him a great opportunity when he comes back. That's a good riposte from Hazel, leaving himself on 64, 82. But 82 now, Landman looking at Bull. Well, he's found the 25, so 17 for tops.
42.
Just get the feeling with the third dart of Landman, sometimes he tends to overextend the arm and lean over, but now it's double 8 for Hazel. Oh, clean as you like.
Ben Hazel.
Played well there because Landman was favourite. Hazel came back with that ton 40, putting the pressure on, and Landman just trembled a little, and it was enough for Hazel to step in.
You know, from a technical perspective, John, do you want to know what my biggest bugbear is? It really is people who
43.
Start walking before their third dart has left their hand. I can't stand it. No pun intended.
60.
Stay still on all three darts and give every dart every chance, but it's a bad habit that comes into your game when you're especially a little bit of a quicker player.
60.
So Chris Landman coming back needing 301, Ben Hazel on 398. And this is another great visit, another maximum, putting him down onto 121 after 9 darts. 398, Hazel. And so it's going to be Landman with the first opportunity to check out 121. They were looking at treble 20. Oh, he's gone the bull route. Long gap between them, of course. So he's just choosing to set it up, and that's a really loose last dart.
He's left 73. Hazel adrift, needing 2 trebles to have any sort of chance. Definitely switching now.
58.
54 would have left 164, but he's north of 170, so 6 darts from 73. He'd love to get it done in 3 darts. Double 18.
Game shot on the second leg.
And taking it out.
Landman, third leg, Ben to throw first.
So squaring the setup, 1 apiece, match dead level.
Yeah, for a moment, I think Landman was looking at the 14 tops option, but then changed his mind. And it just goes to show how quickly he does think, because he did it almost in motion.
100.
Hazel on throw.
I always find it a worrying sign that someone's shaking their head when they're throwing their second dart and they've still got the third one to go. You don't get that from Chris Landman. He just disposes of those darts so fast.
I just think at this stage in the match, it's not going to go down terribly popular with all Ben Hazel's followers and friends, but I just think that Landman is looking just 57. A wee bit more solid at the moment.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, John. Ton 140 start from Landman in this leg. And he gets another ton to back that up to leave him on 161. 270 Hazel. Needs at least a ton to get to a finish, and more questions being asked of the Hazel game from the Dutchman. He's starting to play much better.
So 161 now. Chris Landman.
161.
Hazel managing to get on to 170. Landman can't do it.
99.
So is it going to be the big
Ben,
one?
you require 170.
He'd be the 3rd person to get one. And of course his opponent got one in the 1st round. The other one was Willem Mandegas.
58. Chris, you require 62.
We'll be looking at 10s. Needed the treble, but 20 leaves double 16. Beautifully done. And that's a good example, really, about what I was saying about just how smoothly he's playing. He didn't get the dart he was looking for with the first. Very calm, composed, got the 20, nailed the double.
4 flags,
yeah, really well done.
First.
And on that visit, we saw that Landman just threw all 3 darts really smooth. There was no lurch with the 3rd dart,
85.
No overextension of the shoulder. It gave it every chance with a smooth shot, and it was right in the middle.
$100.
416 plays 401. Here's Landman.
60.
I had it confirmed to me that Landman in Dutch is countryman on Saturday. That's one of those little factoids I'll never forget.
We boomers remember the little Austins and Morrises, the little countrymen that they used to make there for people to go and take their flask out into the country and enjoy the air.
See, way ahead of your time with flasks, reusable stuff. Oh, good first start, but he's going to have to utilise a different angle. Doesn't want to disrupt that dart. Look at that for a second dart. Look at that for a third. That was a worldy 180. Really well thought out from Ben Hazel.
Perfect riposte. The big punches going in now, slugging away at each other.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That got a really big chunk of wire and forced Hazel to get it in 2, which he can't do. And Landman, after the 180, really wants this set done here.
This is where he can take it. 116. 96, treble 20, would have left double 18, but that missed by a fair wedge.
Ben, you require 52.
No treble needed for this one. A central single for tops.
12.
Oh, you can't do that when your opponent's on 56. You just can't do it.
That could be very costly. Double 18.
38.
Ooh, I thought that first one looked like a perfect marker, but over-corrected.
Yeah, by quite some way. And Hazel is dodging stuff right now. Doesn't have to worry about that dart anymore. 10s. Oh no. Double 5.
Game shot,
great shot from Ben Hazel to equalise in set 3.
5th flag, it's Ben to
and
throw
the
first.
Hertfordshire contingent are smiling again.
I was also informed that Ben Hazel plays for Bedfordshire, even though he lives in Hertfordshire.
57.
Okay. Well, he'll be popular in 2 counties then, won't he? And perhaps with a fair few others as well, because he's a nice lad.
Yeah, he's a very nice lad. After his game with Robbo, they were sharing some thoughts about the game. None of them were massively positive. But
85.
they didn't part on bad terms, and that's basically this tournament in a nutshell. Everybody's very friendly. They all want to win, of course, but there's no bad blood.
All at stake then, this second set on this particular leg. Whoever takes this, takes the set.
134.
Good visit.
On many occasions this week already, Hazel has been fabulous under the cosh, but that 180 from Landman, the words cat and pigeon come to mind.
So 162 for Landman. No checkouts, but he can put an awful lot of pressure on that 146. Or he could have done if he'd found a decent score, and he hasn't.
146.
That was as bad as the previous visit was good. Hazel might be favourite from here. Only if he gets a red bit. Oh, it's such a good dart, that.
Well, 118.
Treble 20 for double 19, and it's below the bottom wire of the treble, and so advantage Hazel again.
Well, he should win this set anyway because he started throwing first. Tops. It's double 18. My bad. Double 9. Oh, really good decision. A tricky double 9 after the switch, but he gets it, and he has taken the set to go 2-1 ahead.
First, game on.
Well, Landman will kick himself a bit there, having looked so solid until he got to that deciding leg. He was quaking visibly with the pressure being applied, and it was Big Ben who got himself across the line first. Mr. Ben, I should say, more charitably.
Yeah, there is, of course, a Big Ben in darts, someone who's played in this tournament before, Benito van der Pak of the Netherlands. Well, after the adrenaline rush of the last leg decider of set 3, they've got to get back into workman mode and start creating more set opportunities.
Still a long way to go in this game, but if it goes to 3-1, you know, I mean, you'd pretty much think it was Hazel almost home and hosed. It's a big psychological bridge to get across. There's another maximum, fine darts, and he started really well.
How pretty was that 180? It was like 3 cricket stumps equally 54. Lined up.
Ben, you require 81.
81. Double 12 now.
Game shot on the first leg.
Absolutely perfect. Beautiful finishing.
261 in
Second
5 darts.
Ben to throw first. Game on.
It does not get any better than that.
So he's got his nose ahead significantly in this set.
100.
The break is there, that's how it came. And now he's got the darts.
85.
Moving closer.
So much to admire about the technique of Ben Hazel. It's compact, it's a lovely follow through, there's no real violence with the throw. And it just works. When he's on, he's very, very handy. Causing so many problems for Landman, but you've got to be honest
43.
with yourselves right now, and that is, that's a fine hat, isn't it? Is it a hat?
Suit you, that. People might guess what you did for a living.
60.
Very true. Yeah, you've got to be honest that Landman almost fluffed his lines at the end of the last set.
134.
He's making things difficult for himself. But very similar to the game that we had at the start of the session, where Wayne Warren went 3-1 up. You can't see a way back from there.
93.
Andy treble with the last dart. Puts him on to a finish. 148 needed when he returns as Landman tries
59.
to respond and unable to do so. So it's advantage Hazel in this leg.
Where's he going to go with dart 3?
60.
Just decided to stay straight instead of using the 18 switch, which he has used previously in this match, but Landman needs a ton. Doesn't get
60.
it.
So 88 to go,
Then you
2-0
require
up.
88.
Landman left on Shanghai on 120. Treble 19 would leave double 8. And he's missed it, so Landman,
48.
can he do the finish that we've
require 120.
just about every darts player has tried to do at one time or another, either as a game, and he can do it, or a finish.
100.
Almost.
So close.
Ben, you require
2 or 3
40.
millimetres under that wire. And tops for
Game
Ben.
shot on the second leg.
Doesn't need asking
Ben
twice.
Hazel.
And he's 1 leg away from a 3-1
Third leg
advantage.
is Chris to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, and if you were looking at the
100.
running odds which bookmakers put up, he'd be at least 12-1 on if he wins this set. It'd be something like that. That's what they'd regard him as, a massive favourite to get through to the next round
100.
if he can serve out this leg. There's the way in which he nailed the last one.
Yeah, we didn't know a lot about
70.
Ben Hazel before this tournament. We know a lot more now. And if he does get through, I can guarantee that Wayne Warren's not going to take him for granted.
He'll be googling Woolmer Green as well, won't he?
96.
Finding out all about where he lives.
I'll be finding out if there's any golf courses around there, John, that we can go and play.
I wouldn't doubt that
57.
there are.
Well, Hertfordshire's the home of Nick Faldo. At least it was. I'm sure he lives.
I think he lives in Palm Beach now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
60.
There's a very fine golf course in Hertfordshire called Batchwood Hall. I played that many years ago, around the St Albans region.
Back on the darts.
140.
And Landman getting a handy ton 40, putting himself first down to the finish.
He's got to switch after blocking that with 2 darts.
Chris, you require 134.
And to keep the set alive, he's trying to mimic Lorraine Winstanley, who got a 134 earlier. 14 for tops this time,
94.
and he does get the next best prize.
Very good setup. Hazel wanted this leg, remember, for the set. Just trying to put as much pressure on as he can. There's a ton, but this should be a formality.
10s now.
Game shot on the
Gets there.
leg.
That's a beautiful dart from Chris Landman.
Fourth leg,
Keeps the set
Ben to throw
alive.
First. Game on.
And with that, his chances. Well, the Veenstra crew have been uniformed today. All got the same jacket on.
They were in the Flyers gear yesterday when the man was in action.
That's the name of his darts team, isn't it? Flyers?
He's brought a fair few over, giving him their support.
100.
Oh, bit of spirit there from Landman, and I don't blame him. He's trying to turn up the heat a little bit. That was a beautifully compacted 180 from him.
Hazel holds throw here, and the set is over.
123.
And it'll be 3-1 for the Englishman. That's a good visit.
Oh, he was on it.
140.
5 out of 6 treble 20s in this leg. Powerful stuff.
Yeah, 6 darts down to 181. Handy throwing, but Hazel hanging in there.
100.
Oh, that's unlucky, that last dart.
Well, Landman's taking the darts. That's in. Just double checking before he makes a choice.
100.
The choice was to stay instead of using the 25er bull, which I think was probably the right call.
197 Hazel, with Landman in sight of getting
57.
an absolutely vital break
Chris,
of throw.
require 81.
Double 12. Double 6 is way
75.
inside. It's an outside chance for Hazel
Then
to
you
win the set.
require
It's difficult,
140.
but it's not impossible.
It's impossible now. So Landman's going to have the decision to make. Does he go 2-2-2 or does he go straight at 3-3?
60.
My bet is
Chris, you
2-2-2. But
require
we'll see.
6.
Straightforward, and that's why people do go 2-2-2.
4.
He's missed double 1. He hasn't mimicked Richard Veenstra,
Then
who
you
hit
require
6
80.
with 3 darts.
80 now. Double 10.
Game
And
shot
that
on the fourth
is
set.
the set.
Ben Hazel.
Landman will be kicking himself, but Ben Hazel takes the set.
Set first
Will
leg. It's Ben to throw
have
first.
the darts
Game on.
as what he hopes will be the final set gets underway. We're talking about Welshman who'd won the world title, incidentally, and about Wayne Warren and his chances coming from the Ronda.
91.
Leighton Rees, we wondered where he came from, and in fact he does come from a village just north of Pontypridd, not too far away from Merthyr Tydfil, and it is indeed in the county borough of Ronda. So thank you for those who have contacted us to let us know 57. The correct information.
One of the best things about where he's from, it's called Innispool. I think that's my correct pronunciation, but if I'm wrong, I do apologise. Is that the entire word doesn't have any vowels, which makes the Welsh language ever so brilliant.
I think you find Y in Welsh is a little bit different to Y in English. There we go with the first maximum of this particular set, and they've really been banging them in, 12 in total.
45.
That's a good tally. Most of those from Chris Landman. But how are Ben Hazel's nerves right now? Does he realise what he's on the cusp of? He's very close to a quarter-final at the BDO World Championships.
And an all-Welsh one at that. I wonder when there was last an all-Welsh quarter-final. There'll be somebody somewhere who can tell us if there ever has been one and when it was. That's your task, people out there. Let us know.
52.
Yeah, my brain taking over. Hazel's lined up tops and Landman looking for that 164. He's not going to get that, but he might leave double 12. He has. What a dart.
140.
Fabulous last dart, that's. So tops then for Hazel with Landman poised. This for a hold of throw. Double 10. Sorry about that. Double 5.
35. Chris, you require 24.
He's not going to get a better chance than that. But Chris Landman somehow needs to find double 12, and that was too close, that marker.
Big miss that one, Nico.
5.
5 then for Mr. Ben. Double 2. And the hold of throw. That double hunting has served him well, and he gets another key finish. Not the biggest, but so important.
It's amazingly frustrating, this game sometimes. You've got 3 darts for tops. You can't hit either tops, 10s or 5s, and converting 5 is so much more difficult, but he did it so easily.
Landman opening up with a ton 40. Oh, great response.
140.
Apologies about
100.
that. We are still here at the Indigo. Don't need any more adverts yet, do you? Let's watch the darts.
131.
Mentioned in the last leg about the mindset of Ben at the minute, just thinking about where he is and what he can possibly achieve in the next few minutes. He looks oblivious. And some players just have that nature. They're not too fazed by pressure or expectation.
28.
With the amount of support he's had this week, I'm sure he knows about it. Landman looking to convert the 121 with that 25 first again. He gets plan B. Should be 1-1 when he returns. But he's been erratic today, has Landman.
45.
When he's been good, he's been awesome.
Chris, you require 16.
But he has had a lot of misses.
16, and there he goes.
Leg. Chris Landman.
Nice hold of throw.
Third leg is Ben to throw first. Game on.
So it's still evenly poised in what could be the final set.
60.
Who's to say we won't have 3 more?
Well, I'm sure that's what Chris will be thinking.
140.
No negative thoughts. He's got to keep playing each leg at a time, each set at a time, and not be consumed by worries about the big picture.
Yeah, you've got to break it down into smaller
60.
victories, because if you start thinking, wow, I've got to win 3 straight sets here, it's a difficult task. But if you say, okay, I'll try and win this next leg, then I'll attack the next one and take the small challenges and add them up to a big victory.
Well, Landman doing well here. Ton 40 followed by 100, so he's taken the darts. Is he going to be able to kick on from here? Good dart. And another. Well, that is tremendous. 9 darts down to 121.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? When he hits the bottom portion of that 60, he can build a score. Hazel needs another one, and that 60 pen. He somehow managed to sneak it in.
Which require 121.
Teetering on the brink, wasn't it? But he's on a finish. No finish there for Landman.
Well, he went for the bullseye with on 121 again. That time he got the ball, but he's lined up tops if Hazel can't take the 160.
Well, he's going to get the big chance of a break now.
60.
Landman's going to win this match. You'd think he's going to have to take this.
That's too close.
Game
I was all wrong.
Chris Landman.
Judging by the way that I know his darts land, that was either a hugely brilliant dart, or I was completely wrong about the line.
It's Chris to throw first. Game on.
Well, he's got the break and now has the darts and looking to serve it out to tow back a set.
100.
And those odds will have changed a little bit with that particular break. Suddenly it looks just a wee bit more feasible.
41.
Ben Hazel doesn't do anything easy based on his first couple of matches where it was very tight against Joe Cheney.
100.
And obviously he did everything the hard way against Robbo.
Hazel on 460. Landman on 301.
100.
Ton off that. Hazel moves down to 360. There we are. That's how it actually is.
60.
Ben Hazel is not the quickest of players. He's way more deliberate. And if you get drawn into a quick players match, you can find yourself
45.
just playing and not thinking about what's going on. That may be what's happening right now. Maybe Landman's just starting to reel him in a bit.
58.
That's not what was required. He's still not on a finish. And Mr. Ben won't be either, so it's still
85.
advantage Landman on throw, needing this leg to take this fifth set to make it 3-2.
Well, this would be a huge
99.
set to win. In the two sets coming up, of course, one has got to be a break and one's got to be a hold. This would be the break. This is the bigger of the two. Obviously, he's got to win all of them.
100.
But this would give him such confidence.
84.
84 with Hazel on 130, which is makeable. Bullseye.
35.
Just high. So
Ben,
130.
130.
Got to stay straight. Can't go away from the 20s on the 130. You've got no outs if you don't
60.
stay straight.
49, this is for the set
49.
for Landman. Looking at 17, which he's got for double 16.
Game shot on
Yes,
the
good
fifth
dart,
set.
using the second
Chris
dart
Landman.
as a little bit of a buffer to plant it in that double. And so it is now 3-2 and Landman with the
Sixth
darts.
set, first leg is Chris to throw first. Game on.
And that's as much of a break as he needs after that set. One tiny sip of water and back to work. And back in the 60. Oh, he's motoring now.
Thundering in the maximums.
I get the feeling, John, that Ben Hazel needs to take a breather here. He's been reeled into this really fast game. I think he just needs to take a moment and realise, I need to play my own game, not Chris's game.
100.
Well, if he had sort of a mind coach out there in the audience or one of his teammates, he might be having somebody just putting the palms out and pushing down, as much as to say, just chill, take your
57.
time, take your time. It's still, even though Landman's on a bit of a roll, it's still Hazel's to lose.
105.
There we go. That's what you do from 2-2-1 if you get 80. You switch, you eliminate the bullseye check out. Now he's got a big treble, single, double combo. It's one of the first times I've seen it this week.
40.
9 darts down
Chris
to 116 for Landman.
116.
And he's got time. Hazel a long way back. Can't finish this time. Just thinking where he wants to leave it.
100.
What a good
Immaculate
dart.
third dart, immaculate. Wasn't sure if that second dart was in, he had to check. The third one was.
96.
So double 8
Chris,
for
you
the
require
holder
16.
throw. And Hazel still not on a finish,
Game
and that's
shot on the
a
first
really
leg.
good 13-dot leg
Landman.
from Chris Landman.
Second leg is Ben to throw first. Game on.
Look how fast Ben Hazel was to the hockey there. He's playing in Chris Landman's match. This looks like it's going to go 3-3 for me.
We will see.
85.
Landman's range over the last set and a bit has been so much better. Scoring much heavier, more often.
93.
Needed that treble with the last dart. And now Landman looking to pepper the big numbers once again.
96.
And he also gets that treble with the third dart thrown.
If you're getting one big treble, like Landman is, more often than not now, you're going to cause your opponent so many issues, but 3 away, that's what you do. Perfect maths from Ben Hazel.
Down to 170, the big fish. Great riposte. And he's down to 140. Well, who's your money on now?
Well, Landman has got 3 trebles in the last visit. All he needs is 2 this time.
That's a fabulous setup though from Hazel, needing double 18, and he's going to have the chance because that first dart went awry. Tons of nice setup, but now
36.
this is Hazel's for the hold.
To answer the 13-darter of Landman, he needs double 9 for 14. Oh no, you can't go inside there.
28.
And Landman can't believe his luck.
Another big moment. This is for a break of throw. Tops. Now he got it last time he put one there, and he's done it again.
Chris Landman.
Just grazed the flight on its way in,
to throw first.
but he got it, and it's the
on.
break of throw. And 3-3 now beckons.
27 darts to start this set
42.
and win 2 legs. That is world class. Hazel's going to feel dizzy. So close to victory a couple of sets ago. And now he's got a job in his hands because Landman's not missing.
60.
Landman looked as though he was going so well in that second set, and Hazel took it, then made it third set rather. He took it and then made it 3-1.
60.
Looks as though he was heading there for victory, but Landman having none of it and coming back.
Last set and a half, it's the best
85.
Chris Landman has played on a big stage. Some real quality in there. One more mistake from Hazel and Landman's in. There's the
57.
mistake.
The door is open. And Landman goes charging through.
That's not knocking on the door, that's knocking it down. Forcing Hazel to stay in that 60. Only gets a ton, that's not good enough.
174, 6 darts from here. And he's hitting those treble 20s with such monotonous regularity now that he makes it look a very easy and comfortable setup, but that was great skill.
Well, Landman's having fun right now because everything is going according to plan, and double 18 for the set.
Chris, you require 36.
Here he goes. Oh, wrong bed. Double 14. Double 7.
29.
Around the houses visit. And if Hazel's going to deny him the set right here, he needs 92, a shot which he's already hit in this match. And last time he went for the 60 on dart 1. He's done it again. Can he hit the double 16 again? He can't, but he's still got a dart left. Oh
84.
no.
Well, that would have been a real get out of jail finish, wouldn't it?
7.
But Landman now, 7 required, and so double 2.
Game shot at the
beautifully
6th
done.
set.
And that is the
Chris
set.
Landman.
I have to agree with the bookmakers. I think Landman,
First leg is Ben to
with the
throw
buoyancy
first.
he's had in the last couple of sets, has to be the favourite. He's been brilliant on the scoring.
But Hazel with the darts, and how he would love to make a really scintillating start to this deciding set.
92.
He needed that treble, didn't he?
Yeah, the advantage of throw in this last set is minimal, really, because they have to win by 2 clear legs.
140.
And Landman is just starting where he left off. 2 clear legs, of course. If it goes 5-all, it will be the super leg.
Played really well over the last couple of sets,
45.
hasn't he? Has to win by that 2-leg margin in order to take this. That's the first priority.
100.
Then it all gets, as Paul was telling you, a little bit more edgy. If it all goes to 5-all, then we have the bull up on stage and the sudden death, and it's real sort of edge of your seat time, squeaky bum time, as Sir Alex used to call it.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Wasn't wrong about much, Alex.
81.
But I can confidently say it, after watching Chris Landman the last few World Championships, he's never looked this confident, especially in this kind of position. He looks really
81.
like he's buzzing. Genuinely believes he's going to get this done, and I'm not going to bat against him right now.
60.
Only 60 though there. That offers Hazel an opportunity.
Put some pressure on that Shanghai opportunity, which Landman's going to return to. It's a good second dart. It's in the treble.
100.
Well, ton's not bad.
Chris, you require 120.
See how he gets on with this ton 20. Needs a treble now. Can't find it, so Hazel, opportunity to hold his throw. 83 needed, Paul.
Ben, you
magic last dart that was.
83.
2 darts at 32. This is big. Slow, methodical
67.
and inaccurate, but only just.
Yeah, only missed by
Chris, you
fractions, didn't
require
he? So
20.
double 10 now. Landman for the break of throw, and he's got
shot
it.
on the first leg. Chris
Ben
Landman.
Hazel just can't stop Landman. He's trying to put the
Second leg
roadblocks
is
up on this
Christopher
charge,
first. Game on.
but he is absolutely shooting through them.
Well, that double 16 miss was a big one, wasn't it?
45.
There's been 2 occasions where that's happened, where he's missed the 16s and the 8s.
There's the double 10 that he got, but you could argue that the one that was missed in the previous visit was the big moment.
60.
Sometimes in games like this, you just sense that the world is against you, and you have to
85.
look at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. Still got a chance to win this match, but he's going to have to start reacting now.
Long game this has been. Concentration, stamina, important.
139.
That's a good visit. Pulls him right back in and gets his nose ahead. He's got to win this one. Needs a break.
100.
Tight ton from Landman, but he's only half a dart ahead. Oh, good tactics. Stay there. Don't deviate.
126.
That's good. He's trying to get the 162 on 354s, but that's not a bad return anyway. But Landman with a 140. First to finish.
He's moving well. Hazel will be wanting to make it look as though that 131's an absolute must-take. Oh, I'd love another big hit
81.
with that last dart, and it floats out into the 1, just where he didn't want to be.
Treble 13. Oh, he was high. The line was perfect. Just had a bit too much purchase on the shot. Well, that'll do.
81.
Lines up 50. And Hazel on 92 he goes 60. Does he go 57 for this? He goes 25.
He goes the bull route. 70 left. And now double 5. Oh, that's a huge miss. Huge miss.
Back to 95. That was
Chris,
such
50.
a poor shot. He looks at his hand as if it slipped. But now it's double 16.
42.
2 misses for a 2-0 in the last set for Landman. And now Hazel's bust shot looks even more foolish.
And this time he's missed the 25, so treble 20 he needs now. Well,
if you're going to go for double 18 double top, you want to get
Chris, you
a
require
little bit
8.
closer than that. You'll be horrified that he hasn't converted 95 and 6 darts. But Landman 2s, 1 left.
6.
it was a block up, and that was a nervy dart. Crowd getting really into this now. Hazel for the break of throw, tops. Plenty of space. That's not blocked out in any sense.
Game
good dart.
Second leg.
What a good dart that is.
Ben Hazel.
That is a great dart. Really
Third
used
leg,
the
it's Ben to
guide.
throw first. Game on.
But you have to say that Landman allowed Ben Hazel 8 darts from 95.
$140.
There you see it.
What an important dart.
That's like a 3-pointer off the backboard. Perfectly done.
41.
There's Katie Mitchell out there in the tables. Scott Mitchell's daughter. She doesn't look too nervous now, but she might be later when he's playing against
Mikhail Unterbuchner.
60.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one. We're going to be commentating on that one tonight. That's going to be a good match.
135.
Meanwhile, we've got a very good match here, and that's a good visit from Landman, getting down to 325. Got to win by 2 clear legs, remember.
82.
Some nervous faces out there. The least
45.
nervous might be the 2 players. It's easier to do than watch, because at least you've got some control. That's the first dart he craves.
99.
Well, he's on to ton 20, and Landman out with the washing.
100.
This is the holder
Then you
throw
require
opportunity.
120.
That's Landman running out of gas. Here's Hazel going to dodge another one and eke his way into the next round. He'd be close if he gets tops. He'd be 1 leg away.
100.
He went to the left side again, but this time it's underpitched.
He'll come back though, because Landman not on a finish. So he'll come back just needing double 10
100.
for the holder throw. That's a great
Then you
visit by
require 20.
Landman, but now, big moment.
In she
Game
pops,
shot on the third
and that might be the
leg.
best dart he's thrown in a couple of
Hazel.
sets. The Ben Hazel crew
Fourth leg is
are
Chris
starting to
throw
find their
first.
voice once
Game
more.
on.
1 leg away, Ben Hazel, from the next round. The quarter-finals of the World Championship.
60.
Wayne Warren will be up in that players' lounge watching this one, I'm sure. I'm wondering if he's going to be facing a match against another British player in Ben Hazel. Landman has got to hold
57.
this or it's all over.
Well, he's been on the brink for what seems like an hour.
140.
That last leg was enormous. So big.
A lot of Dutch fans in here as well, who've made the trip over, love their darts in the Netherlands.
100.
Arguably the biggest rivalry in world darts history
60.
was a Dutch and English rivalry, that of Philip Douglas Taylor and Raymond van Barneveld.
Had some great matches over the years, didn't they? This is just what the doctor ordered. What a time to hammer in a maximum and get yourself onto a finish.
Well, if he can convert 344 in 6 darts to win the match, I
Then
will
you
tip
require
my hat, Mr. Ben.
164.
Here he goes, first visit. Doesn't necessarily, or wouldn't have necessarily had to have gone for the bullseye had he set it up, and can't
60.
do now, but 104 is
Chris,
not a
you
bad
require
lead.
141.
He's not going to get the 141, but he is going to get something to leave a double. Oh, he doesn't get the 25.
6 was a loose
Then
dance.
you require 104.
55 required for Landman. Hazel 104 is the ask. Treble 20 would leave double 12. He's missed it. So the spotlight now
56.
turns again to
Chris,
the
you
diminutive
require
Dutchman.
55.
2 darts. The tops. Just
Game
needs
shot
one
on the
right in the
fourth
middle.
leg. Chris Landman. Ladies and gentlemen, the match now tied 3 sets all, 2 legs all. The match now must be won by 2 clear legs. If we are yet to reach a winner after 5 legs all, then the 11th leg will be sudden death. 5th leg is
There you
Ben
are.
to throw first. Game on.
Explained to you. And it now has to be 2 clear legs all the way to 5 all. If it's still level at 5 all, then we have the
100.
sudden death leg.
Great pressure conversion from Landman, but
And you could see the 2 sets of
100.
fans when that was being announced. holding their breath, nibbling their nails, trying to suppress the racing heartbeat. And that's just the people watching.
93.
Well, 6.5 sets in. I think that one of the best statistics from this match so far is that nobody's had a match
60.
start.
It'll be coming before too long. It's been a very, very well matched game. Not big names
81.
within darts, of course not, we know that. Possibly faces when you watch at home that you've never seen before. But it's been tense,
85.
it's been close, and there's been bags of drama, and still more to come.
Well, yesterday, after Ben Hazel beat Gary Robson, he was interviewed by our guy at the side of the stage, and he said he was exhausted. Well,
97.
that long match will have served him well for this challenge.
On throw, 130
100.
is a decent leave. So it's
Venue require
advantage
130.
Hazel with Landman back on 156. Treble 20 he's looking for. Now he still needs that again for the bullseye. And that would be good enough for a hold, but not this time. Has to wait and
58.
see what Landman can do.
Chris, you require 156.
Will be a blockbuster. Oh, just over pitched on the second dart.
140.
How he wished that second dart
Venue
was the
require
third one.
72.
Got to get this now. Ben Hazel, 72. Take 21 off that, 51, so 19 now. He's got it just. Double 16 for the holder throw with Landman waiting.
It was an edgy single.
No,
56.
now we wait and see what the Dutchman can do.
Chris, you require 16.
To break, to take the lead. 2 fours.
8.
It was kind to him earlier, but no longer.
What a
Venue
let-off.
requires 16.
What a let-off. 16. Getting nearer. And he's done
on
it!
the fifth flag.
The hold.
Ben
It
Hazel.
feels almost like a break, doesn't it?
Sixth
He gets the
flag is
hold he
Chris
was
to
looking
throw
for.
First. Game on.
You can feel the tension in here.
100.
And there's a lot of people in the crowd. You can see the smile from Ben Hazel, just taking it all in his stride, but maybe his fans are a little bit more tense than he is.
100.
Again, we're in the situation where if Hazel wins this leg, then he's through into the quarterfinals. Landman has to win it
100.
on throw to keep the match alive.
Such a golden opportunity that for Landman to break and then have the opportunity to throw for the match. An opportunity
60.
that was squandered. Cat and mouse stuff in this 6th leg of the last set.
45.
That's a bit of a chance for Ben Hazel. If he could just find the treble somewhere. Oh, it's not coming, it's not happening. This is what
45.
tension does to you.
Yeah, it makes those trebles shrink.
60.
And it's happening for both men. Advantage Landman, but he's not on a finish yet. Ton clear. Little disconsolate shake of the head from Hazel.
30.
That's not what he needed.
Not at all. Be music to the ears of Landman, that.
81.
He's taking somewhat advantage of it, but that last start, he'd love to have another go at that one, but 115 when he returns.
It's real jittery stuff, nervous stuff as he goes back up the board. In a
58.
vain search for a treble,
Pressure
comes back
require
down again.
115.
So Landman with first checkout opportunity.
519s.
43.
Doesn't really get much of it. Still has an opportunity in this leg, Hazel. If he can get a 140, pressure will be applied on that 72.
That might be a bit of a blocker, that first dart. It certainly is now.
58.
Not scaring the trebles
Pressure
at all.
require 72.
Landman is breathing. 20 for tops.
32.
Way high. It is a match-winning opportunity,
require
150.
This is a chance to close out the game, but he can't do it. All he can do is set it up and hope, great dart, hope that Landman can miss tops.
Not a gimme.
Game shot on
Maybe
the
it should have been. That's a great dart considering what Hazel just did.
Made it look easy, didn't he? So we're back to 3 apiece. And if you're just joining us, Hazel was 3-1 up. Landman came back, made it 3-all. And we're now in a situation in this deciding set where whoever wins this has to be 2 full legs clear, unless it goes to 5-all, in which case it goes to sudden death. The throw of Hazel now is under pressure. How he needs to start hitting those trebles again, which he does.
I have absolutely no idea who's going to win this game, which is why it's so good.
That 140 will have made him feel a bit better. But he needs to keep hitting the treble. Oh, that's a nervy one. Dragged it way down.
Landman has wrestled the advantage away from Hazel. Very much so now. That ton is good enough right now. Try and leave a finish from 271. It's difficult. Now he's got to go 60 and 25 to leave 167.
58.
Mathematics skills.
Chris, you require 161.
161. Landman for the break of throw. He can't do it, but he got 6 darts from that point. I'm leaving it on 61. Big favourite now.
Great leg from Chris Landman. Ton 40 and 3 tons. Needs another.
100.
That's okay, but Landman still has to miss.
Chris, you require 61.
Hazel's chances.
10 would leave double 16. Oh, he's gone 6 for double 18.
43.
I think he went for the in-between wire to take the element of choice out of the matter. 56 left. Oh, tops for a miraculous hold.
93.
Misses by a sizable margin. Double 9. Is he going to go straight at it? He does. And gets it. So Landman getting a key break of throw. Big advantage for the Dutchman now. And those in the orange vests, including a man who revels in the name Dad, I wonder if he really is, are looking as though they think their man's going to do it.
100.
He knows everything about doing things the hard way, Chris Landman. This is very similar to the game he had against Dave Pauletti. He won that in a last set tiebreaker.
91.
Still going to come down to who blinks, who keeps their nerve. It's kind of a Dirty Harry situation.
Bit of an Andreas Harrison situation.
Shootout in one of those spaghetti westerns.
The advantage
44.
of Landman is still intact. Oh, perfect.
100.
He'll be disappointed with that ton after that first start.
Hazel needs one in the red stuff. He's got it surrounded.
60.
A look of resignation, maybe. But if Landman misses... Oh, what a last start.
Big last start. Hazel back on 306. Landman on a finish. And he's not scoring
59.
heavily enough. He's got 6 darts from here to win the match.
He's going to need them. Where's he going to sit? Surely he's got to go 18s here. Well, why would you when he can do that? What a third dart for the 3rd visit in a row.
Great setup, wasn't it? Hazel can't get on a finish unless he hits a treble, which he does, and so now this is
46.
for the match 46.
It's double top, and it's there. It's right in the middle. One match dart in that entire